on everyone, Togavor here, and today we're back for Season 5, Week 7 of the NPL, National Pokeball League, going up against my good friend Aberforth, or formerly known as Pawman. His link will be in the description below. Make sure you go check him out if you like, just seeing more NPL related content. He obviously posts his battles, and also he's a very good Smogon player, especially in Ubers, so if you're into that sort of stuff, make sure you check out his channel. I brought a team. I brought Iron Tail Porygon 2, Silicon Oko Mega Diancie. I brought Red Card Blastoise because Cloyster. I brought a Substitute Superior, but he didn't bring the Crest, which was what I was going to substitute on. We just have a bulky kind of Rotom Heat, a T-Wave, sub T-Wave Iron Head Jirachi, because, after the last 2 weeks I had to, and this is Yachi Berry Garchomp with Stealth Rocks and 3 attacks, I believe. And that's my team. He has Zygarde, Victini, Rhyperior, Cresselia, Raikou, and the Diancie. The only surprise, I think, is not seeing the Cresselia and seeing the Rhyperior and both the Rhyperior and the Zygarde. I think one of them makes sense, but not both of them, so that's a little interesting. But anyways, thanks to Riz for joining my Mons, as he always does, and Jolt for recording this. But this is 3 a.m. in the morning when I'm recording this, and I'm exhausted. Had a long day and a really busy week, so time to record has been non-existent. So that's why there wasn't really an upload in between this and the last NPL battle, but I'm going to get one up, get a couple up this week, hopefully, when I'm going on a camp for a few days. That's why I'm recording this at 3 a.m., because I leave this morning in 4 hours, so that's fun. Okay, I'm going to play this video. Here we go, boys. Alright. Challenge is being issued. I'm gonna move this down a little bit so maybe it's less awkward, I don't know. Anyways, I lead off with my Rotom Heat because I thought I had a good matchup versus everything. Also, this is on level 100 because we'd already prepped for level 100, and that's an Air Balloon Raikou, so that's cute. Just first turn though, I just go straight for the Will-O-Wisp if I remember correctly, because he has a ground type. He has 2 ground types, and I thought the chances that he switched one of them in was pretty likely there. And yeah, it's nice. Thankfully he's not a Lumberry, and thankfully he wasn't a substitute Raikou. So I really didn't think he'd be substitute after I saw the Air Balloon. So that's why I felt like it was safe. Otherwise, I probably would have clicked Volt Switch, but Porygon 2 is a very safe switch in because I have the Ice Beam, so that's the play that I made. I am Trace when I meant to be Download. No, I didn't mean to be Trace. The reason to be Trace in this matchup is so I can switch into the, this switches into Mega Diancie pretty much perfectly, and I can bounce back his, so like if he tries to status me, it'll bounce it back onto the Mega Diancie, because that's the mechanics of Magic Bounce. When it gets traced, or just double Magic Bounce in general, so that's really cool. I am so sorry for the lack of quality in this narration, but we do Ice Beam and just managed to take out this quality is really bad on my face, so live with it. We're doing some mid-recording adjustments here, but this really isn't that much better, but maybe it is a little bit. Anyways, I'm gonna miss the Iron Tail as he gets up to Stealth Rocks on his Mega Diancie. That's really unfortunate. It had a very good chance to OHKO the Mega Diancie, so I did really think that at this point he would switch, and it was his best play to switch, but I go for it again. No, I go for a safe Ice Beam here because I predict the switch and I want to actually hit my move. Which is nice because we pop this thing's Air Balloon, which is really convenient. And right here, I do believe I just go straight out into... Oh, no, I go to Rotom Heat. I don't think I should have. I think I should have just gone straight into my Garchomp because... he's going to go for a Toxic, which is honestly fine on Garchomp. And with Garchomp in, I would have been able to force him out and probably get my rocks up for free because he's not going to switch Mega Dancey into the obvious Earthquake, so... I don't know, I could have also just Earthquake, but right here I believe I am in a Volt Switch. And I am going to Volt Switch right out into my Garchomp because you know me and you know that boy is out on his Yachi Berry, so that's a cool thing. That's my only play. Calm Mind is kind of scary, but I know with the Yachi Berry, I think even with a crit, I'm a fairly bulky Garchomp, so even with a crit he wouldn't be able to, oh god! He would not be able to break through. As you can see, that massive HP stat on my Garchomp because of the bulk I have on this thing. As I do just tank this HP Ice really well, actually. I thought it would do more than that. And Earthquake is just going to be able to take this boy out. So we're sitting in a pretty good spot right here, I think. We've killed both the Zygarde and the Raikou, and nothing has gone down on our side yet. So that's pretty good for us. And right here is where unfortunate things happen. He sends his Mega Dancey. I really didn't know what to predict here. He just gets off a Toxic on me. Really interesting play. It turns out that his set didn't have anything to touch Jirachi, so I could have just gone into it and gotten a sub up. This is where I was calking, the timer ran out, and so it went for Stealth Rocks. Had I gone for Earthquake, it would have done about 60, or done about 70%. As you'll about see, he is Mono Diamond Storm, which is... I really just disagree with this set in building. I think it's really bad versus my team, quite frankly, but I would have been able to 2-KO this Diancie, and it would have made it so I didn't have to damage anything else on my team in order to take it out, and also avoid status on everything else. So that's cool, but unfortunately, yeah, I didn't pay attention to timer, so it's not really hacks, it's just, you know, my fault. The Iron Tail miss earlier was really unfortunate because then for sure one Earthquake would have taken it out, and also, and possibly could have just been dead anyway. So obviously that Iron Tail miss played a pretty big part of it, because I could be up basically by 3 at this point. But anyways, I go into my Superior, and I get off a big Leaf Storm here. And that's going to allow me to, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good at this point. Next thing you know, he brings in his Victini, which is what I predicted to happen. Thankfully, I didn't miss that Leaf Storm. That would have been bad news bears. But he floats in the air in his air balloon, so I don't stay in. That was really good preparation on his part, because I did bring HP Ground. If I had just brought something like HP Water, that would have been so good. But I had a reason for bringing HP Ground. Pretty sure he has Steel types. Yeah, he has Empoleon, and HP Ground is the only one that hits both of them super effectively, so it made the most sense. Even though Leaf Storm does hit it for more, I only have 8 Leaf Storms, so that's the reason for that. His Psychic is going to be able to take out my Rotom. I do believe, because he's Air Balloon, that actually was, and because, you know, he does end up being mixed, that was a roll that he ended up getting, which comes into play later, so that's a little unfortunate again. But he's going to go for the Bolt Strike here, and I have the red card, so it's my best play, and I am just going to go for a Toxic, or no, I'm going to go for a Scald right here. It almost, in a way, it would have been better if I didn't have the red card, because I would have just gotten so much damage on this Victini. It would have put Jirachi in a very nice position to possibly win the game. But that's okay. It's going to send him out into this Pokemon. But because he paralyzes me and I get paralyzed, I don't get a good chance of getting a burn off. But because he did set that Trick Room up earlier, which I didn't really acknowledge in my commentary at all, that did really catch me off guard, actually. But I'm able to outspeed it. And so even though he Shell Smashes, yeah, he gets up. And now this is looking like a pretty big threat. But I'm also thinking it's not the biggest deal in the world. I've got him Toxic, and I can just roar him out right here if he tries to get greedy, and if he doesn't, then he won't be able to do a ton to my Jirachi. And because that there'll be, I believe there'll be one more turn of Trick Room, then Jirachi will be able to sub up on it beforehand and weaken it and T-Wave it, and it'll be cool. But right here, unfortunate things do happen as he goes for another Shell Smash, which ended up being a misclick anyway, but I get paralyzed. So as you can see, the trend of me getting really hacked into really bad positions continues, as he just is going to easily be able to knock me out with a Rock Blast. Unfortunately, he doesn't miss there. So right here I make, okay, I don't make a bad play inherently right here. I go to my Porygon 2, which was a pretty bad play. I should have gone straight into my Jirachi, definitely here, I think. But it turns out, as you will see by this turn, once things start going through here, I can't be crit by it, that's nice. But it turns out that he isn't Skill Link. But knowing that, figuring that out, I should have just gone straight for the Thunderbolt, as I did have Thunderbolt, and killed him. Instead of trying to recover stall this thing, because it's in his favor to eventually get 4 hits on me before he gets Toxic Stalled out, and 3 hits is the average, but 3 hits still does slightly more than I'm recovering. It actually would have worked out better for me if he didn't misclick that second time. Like, if he had just killed me before, then I would have been able to recover this, stall this, and then get a Thunderbolt off, and it would have been a lot better position. But right here, he's going to get the, you know, nice 4 hits, which, you know, at least he does. I mean, that makes me feel a little bit, like, not as bad, because about the, about him messing up his ability, but still, that's, like, his fault, not mine, and I had my own moment of that, of my own fault with that Stealth Rock, so like it would have been nice. Now right here, it's interesting, he does have the payback, but I have a Cobra Berry, so I'm going to be able to chew that. But the only reason it does that much is he gets a crit, which is really important, because without that crit, I could have gotten up another substitute with Jirachi, which, the way this is going down, basically, is Jirachi is the Pokemon that's going to need to win this game for me, and it's going to involve some luck. But had I had one more substitute available, it would have made my chances of 1v1ing the Victini much, much, much higher. Now, basically, I'm just going to have to try to flinch down Big Joe here, which, spoilers, I'm going to be able to do. So I'm just going to talk about these last few plays. So I get the Iron Head flinch there, and I'm going to get the second one. Now, this right here isn't really the most taxed. Iron Head is a 60% chance to flinch, and I got it twice, so that's not the most unlikely thing at all, and he knew that. But he knew that either way, Rhyperior wasn't going to be able to win him the game because I had a Superior which just OHKO'd it. So, like, it was fairly useless, and it was in his best interest to try to go into it and break my sub possibly. But he's not able to. Now right here, my best play is to immediately break the Air Balloon, and just try to flinch down his Victini as much as I can, because, I mean, I get a crit and a flinch here, which is good, so that's 3 flinches in a row. I'm going to go for it again, and I do believe right here is when he breaks out and sets up the Trick Room, which is so unfortunate. If I'd gotten one more, it would have given me a 25% chance to win the game, because if I'd gotten one more, then he would have been in the range of -2 special defense, hidden power, ground. In it, so I would have only needed to get 1 para, because I do have Thunder Wave on this Jirachi, which is what I'm going to go for right now. Is my only chance in this game at this point, is to go for the Paralyzation. If he gets parried right here also, so it's a little bit higher than 1/16 of a chance. If he gets parried right here on this turn, which he doesn't, then that Iron Head damage would put him in range of -2 Spit F HP ground, especially because that was a he would have taken damage from a -1 defense Iron Head on his defense is lowered by 1, so my Iron Head would do a little bit more than the other ones did, so that would have definitely put him in range of a -2 HP ground, but it doesn't, so I pretty much lose at this point, because you guys have seen my last 2 games. There's no way I got that first para, but because this is a Trick Room Victini and is running max HP, I am not going to be able to knock out this Victini, but that is about exactly how much damage an Iron Head. But he gets parried! He gets parried the second time. Maybe I got you there. And we get some return luck for these past couple of weeks, which have been absolute shit. I also have to say my luck in this game was not exactly in my favor. It was very good at the end, as you saw with those flinches and the paras, but it was not at all in my favor early game, and a lot of stuff would have really just put the game in my favor, I think, in a way that I would have needed to get that hex. But anyways, we came out with it. We came out with the victory. We're now 5-2, sitting in second place in our division and in the third overall playoff spot, so that's pretty good, and I'm not upset about that at all. That's a good way to start the season. Anyways, make sure you go check out Aberforth in the description below. He puts out some really cool stuff. And I'm Togavor, you're yourself. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.